Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Keegan here, and I'm back with another video for you guys. And, well, it's time for another questions and answers video. This is going to be questions and answers video number 50 for May 2024. And today we got a total of 60 questions to answer, so yeah, there's quite a bit of questions that I'm going to answer this time. So, as always, I'll be answering each question in alphabetical order by username. So, yeah, anyways, let's not waste any more time and let's get right into it. Alright, so the first four questions are listed in one comment, and they all come from Alan Parker. And the questions are the following: 1. What's your opinion on Civil War? 2. What is your opinion on casualties of war? 3. What is your opinion on Lady Bird? And 4. What is your favorite Paramount movies? Number one, Civil War. I saw that one when it came out in theaters, like the day it came out, about a month ago, and I thought it was pretty good. I liked it for what it was. Number two, I have not seen Casualties of War, but I am curious about that one. I think that was a Brian De Palma movie, I believe. I know it's got Sean Penn and Michael J. Fox in it. Never seen it though, but I do want to check it out. 3, Lady Bird, I have seen and I enjoyed that one for what it was. It was pretty good from what I remember. I've only seen it once, but I'd like to give it a second watch at some point, but I remember thinking it was pretty good. And 4, I don't know what's my favorite Paramount movie. There's a lot of great movies from Paramount. Anyways, yeah, those are the questions from Alan Parker, and thanks for the questions, Alan Parker, and now let's move on. Next 4 questions are in 4 separate comments, and they all come from Andy Keyshore. And the questions are, well, the first of the 4 questions is, what's your thoughts on lotion? Lotions can be good for you. I use hand lotions on my hands during the fall and winter time because my hands get dry because of the lack of moisture in the air during those seasons. But yeah, I think they can be good for you. The next one from Andy Keyshore is, have you heard of Chat GPT? Yes, I've heard of it, and I never used it, and I never will, because I'm not impressed with AI art, because I prefer art that's used by real people. And I'm tired of hearing these normies saying that AI art is art. It's not. Shut up. It's not art. Anyways, the next one from Andy Keyshore is, are you aware that the Nintendo Switch 2 has officially been announced? Not until I saw that comment, I didn't know it was announced. Interesting. And the last one from Andy Keyshore before we move on is, are you aware that Bernard Hill passed away on May 5th, 2024? He was best known for playing King Rohan in the Lord of the Rings film trilogy and Captain Edward Smith in the 1997 Titanic movie. Yeah, I've heard. He was 79 when he passed away, and rest in peace. And those are the questions from Andy Keyshore, and thanks for your questions, Andy. Now, let's move on. The next 10 questions come from Branson Fan, the Terminator fan, and his questions are the following. 1, what is your opinion on Garden State with Zach Braff and Ian Holm? 2, what is your opinion on Central Intelligence with Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Kevin Hart? 3, what is your opinion on Step Brothers with Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly? 4, what is your opinion on Unfriended Dark Web with Colin Woodall and Rebecca Rittenhouse? 5, what is your opinion on Sabata? 6, what is your opinion on Army of Darkness with Bruce Campbell? 7, what is your opinion on The Prisoner of Zenda with Stuart Gragner? 8, what is your opinion on National Treasure with Nicolas Cage? 9, what is your opinion on Deliverance with John Voight and Burt Reynolds? And 10, what is your opinion on The Brothers McMullen with Edward Burns and Jack Mulcahy? Number 1, I have seen Garden State. Yeah, it was alright. I wasn't a fan of it. Wasn't all that great, but it was okay. 2, I've never seen Central Intelligence. 3, Step Brothers is pretty funny. I'm not all that big of a fan of Will Ferrell though, but it's pretty funny though. 4, I've not seen Unfriended Dark Web, but I've seen the first one. The first one was a piece of shit. 5, I've never seen Sabata, and I don't think I've heard of it either. 6, have not seen Army of Darkness, but I know it's the 3rd Evil Dead movie. I should definitely give it a watch at some point. I actually still haven't seen Evil Dead 2 yet. I still gotta give that one a watch too. 7. I've never heard of The Prisoner of Zenda. 8. Never seen either of the National Treasure movies. 9. I have seen Deliverance, and that's a good movie. And 10. I've never seen The Brothers McMullen. And yeah, those are the questions from Branson Fan, the Terminator fan. Thanks for your questions. And let's move on. The next question is one singular comment, and it comes from Chase Shepard. And his question is, what are your thoughts on the game Hi-Fi Rush? I never played it, but I heard that the developers of the game recently closed down as part of one of the few companies that was connected to Bethesda, which is connected to Microsoft, to shut down recently. Not Bethesda didn't shut down, but the company who made this game in particular recently shut it down. But yeah, I never played it, and I don't really know too much about it, honestly. But yeah, hope that answers your question. If it didn't, then my apologies. And that's the question from Chase Shepard. And thanks for your question, Chase Shepard. The next 4 questions are in separate comments, and they all come from Donkey Man. And the first of the 4 questions is, have you seen The Twilight Zone? No, but I've heard of it. Never seen it, though. Either the original show or the new show with Jordan Peele, or the movie. But yeah, I haven't seen it. Let's see. The next one is, what is your opinion on Desperate Housewives? Never seen that show, but I've heard of it. The next one from Donkey Man is, what is your opinion on After Hours? Never seen it, but it is a Martin Scorsese movie that I do want to check out. I know it's got a Criterion Collection release, but again, I've never seen it, but I heard good things about it though. And the last one from Donkey Man is, what is your opinion on Braveheart? Great movie. I enjoyed it. I've only seen it once a couple of years ago, but I remember really enjoying it. And yeah, it was a good movie. I'll probably get it on physical media one of these days, probably on Blu-ray or something. But yeah, I did see the movie a couple years ago. And yeah, those are the questions from Donkey Man, and thanks for your questions. These 5 questions are in one comment, and they all come from Irvin's Movie Corner, and his questions are the following. 1, what's your opinion on Sideways with director Alexander Payne? 2, what is your opinion on The Holdovers? 3, what is your opinion on About Schmidt with Jack Nicholson? 4, what is your opinion on The Waterfront with Marlon Brando? 5, what is your opinion on From Here to Eternity with Montgomery Clift? I actually haven't seen any of those movies that were listed in that comment, although I do have Sideways on DVD. I actually picked it up recently. Haven't watched it yet though. And I did want to go see The Holdovers when it was in theaters, but unfortunately I missed out on it, but it's out on physical. I'll probably pick it up eventually. But again, I haven't seen any of these movies that were listed. So, yeah. But thanks for your questions, Irvin's Movie Corner. So, 6 questions are all separated into 6 comments, and they all come from Gabe Bowden. And the first of the 6 questions is, what do you think of Trey Parker and Matt Stone? They're famous for creating the show South Park and acting in movies such as Team America, World Police, Basketball, and Orgasmo. Yeah, they're great. I enjoy South Park. I don't really watch South Park all the time, but I watch it sometimes. And Team America, that movie's funny. I haven't seen Basketball or Orgasmo, but I do want to check out Orgasmo. That one looks funny. Anyways, next one is, what's your opinion on The Pianist? Great movie, great performance by Adrian Brody, and an all-around a really well-made film. Yeah, it's a sad movie, but it was really, really good. I have it on Blu-ray in the Shout Factory release. The next one is, what do you think of mobster movies? I enjoy mobster movies. Those are some of my favorites, like The Irishman, American Gangster, The Departed, The Godfather, Godfather Part 2, and many others. I don't know, I enjoy mobster movies. And Donnie Brasco is another good one. The next one is, What's your opinion on Heathers? That movie is hilarious. I own it on Blu-ray and a steelbook. I really enjoyed that one. Christian Slater and Winona Ryder are both really good in that movie. It's pretty funny too. The next one is, have you ever broken a bone in your life? I don't know if this counts, but I did separate the growth plate on one of my legs 10 years ago when I slipped running up the hill. When I was in school, I was running up a hill that was covered in ice, and I slipped and I fell, and I ended up on crutches for 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know if that technically counts as a broken bone, but I did separate the growth plate on one of my legs for a while. But yeah, I don't know if that counts though, but whatever. That's kind of the closest thing that's happened to me to ever have a broken bone. And the last one from Gabe Bowden is, what is the weirdest movie you have ever watched? That's a tough one. I've seen a lot of weird movies in my life, but I don't know what's the absolute weirdest movie I've ever seen. If I could run down some of the weirdest movies I've ever seen, I would say Naked Lunch, Crash, the Cronenberg one, of course. Most of the David Lynch movies like Eraserhead, Firewalk with Me, Blue Velvet, Lost Highway, and many others that he's done. Daisies, the Czech film from '66 that I actually watched about a month ago, and a couple of other ones. I don't know. I've seen a lot of weird movies in my life. I like watching weird movies. But those are the questions from Gabe Bowden. Thanks for the questions, Gabe. And let's move on. The next singular question comes from Insocent Maker. Insocent Maker, I think that's how you pronounce it. And that question is, what's the most violent movie you've ever watched? That's a tough one. I would have to pick between Sallow, I Saw the Devil, Old Boy, the original, not the Spike Lee remake. The Serbian film was pretty violent. I don't know. I've seen a lot of violent movies, but I can't decide what is the most over the top violent movie I've ever seen. It's a pretty tough one. But I hope that answers your question. If not, then that's alright. But thanks for your question, Insocent Maker. And yeah, let's move on. Alright, so the next 4 questions are separated into 4 comments, and they all come from Let's Play with Super Mario. And the first one is, what's your opinion on Shallow Grave with Ewan McGregor and director Danny Boyle? I never seen it, but I hear great things about it, and I know that it was Danny Boyle's first film he made. It came out in 93 or 94, I believe. I'm not sure. And I know it came out before he did Trainspotting, which I also haven't seen, but I actually finished reading the book to Trainspotting recently, and I thought it was great. But yeah, I haven't seen Shallow Grave or Trainspotting, but I hear they're both really good. The next one is, what's your opinion on The Virgin Suicides with Danny DeVito, James Wood, and Kathleen Turner? Great movie and a great book. And actually, this month marks the film's 25th anniversary, I believe. I'm definitely going to give it a rewatch at some point. It's a great movie and a great debut film from Sofia Coppola. The next one is, what's your opinion on Strange Brew with Dave Thomas and Rick Moranis? Never seen it, but I've heard of it. And the last one from Let's Play with Super Mario is, what's your opinion on The Critic? Never seen it, but I've heard of it. Yeah, maybe I'll check it out one day. I don't think I've seen it, though. And those are the questions from Let's Play with Super Mario, and thanks for your questions, dude. The next 6 questions are in one comment, and they come from Maximum Geek Boy. The first one is, what's your opinion on the anime movie Paprika? 2, are you excited for Joker Folie à Deux, which is the sequel to the first movie from 2019? 3, what is your opinion on The Spider Within, which is a short film to the Spider-Verse movies? 4, do you collect any vinyl records? 5, what is your favorite Quentin Tarantino movie? And 6, what is your opinion on Meet the Parents and Meet the Fockers? Number 1, I have seen Paprika once, and I would like to watch it again at some point. Great movie. I really enjoyed it. It's actually the movie that inspired Inception, actually. But yeah, great movie. 2, I am actually looking forward to Joker Folie à Deux. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Yeah, I enjoyed the first one, and I'm actually looking forward to the second one. I know it's supposed to be a musical, but hopefully it's good. I'm not really a big fan of musicals, but we'll just see how it is. 3, I have not seen The Spider Within. 4, I did collect vinyl records at one point, but I didn't really use them that much, so I got rid of them along with my record player. I don't know, I didn't really use them as much as I thought I would, so instead of just taking up space in my room, I just got rid of them. 5, my favorite Tarantino movie is a tie between Pulp Fiction and Django Unchained. And 6, I have not seen Meet the Parents or Meet the Fockers, but I have seen the third movie, Little Fockers, in theaters back in 2010. But yeah, I haven't seen the first 2 movies. I hear they're pretty good, though. And thanks for your questions, Maximum Geek Boy. Alright, so we got 10 more questions, and they come from Super Mario Bronson for kids, and the questions are the following. 1, what is your opinion on Attack of the Killer Tomatoes? 2, what is your opinion on Aliens with Carrie Henn? 3, what is your opinion on Airplane with Robert Hayes? 4, what is your opinion on Galaxy Quest with Tim Allen, Alan Rickman, Tony Shalhoub, and Sam Rockwell? 5, what is your opinion on A Clockwork Orange with director Stanley Kubrick? 6, what is your opinion on Terminator 2 Judgment Day with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Linda Hamilton? 7, what is your opinion on Fantastic Voyage with Stephen Boyd? 8, what is your opinion on Barbarella with Jane Fonda and David Hemmings? 6, what is your opinion on 1 Million Years BC with John Richardson? And 10, what is your opinion on Incoherable Differences with Ryan O'Neal, Drew Barrymore, and Sharon Stone? Number 1, I have not seen Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. 2, Aliens is a great sequel. 3, I think I've seen a bit of Airplane. I can't remember, though. 4, I have not seen Galaxy Quest. 5, Clockwork Orange is a classic. 6, I've only seen bits and pieces of Terminator 2, but I do think it's a pretty good movie from what I've seen. I gotta watch it in its entirety at some point. 7 and 8, I have not seen Fantastic Voyage or Barbarella, but I do know there's actually a remake of Barbarella that's coming out with Sydney Sweeney in the lead role. And 9 and 10, I have not seen 1 Million Years BC or Incollectible Differences. Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, I haven't seen those. And thanks for your questions, Super Mario Bronson for kids. Alright, so there are only 5 questions left, and then we'll be finished this video. And the last 5 questions come from That Movie Nerd44, and they're all divided into 5 comments. So the first one from That Movie Nerd44 is, are you looking forward to the upcoming 2024 animated film, the Garfield movie? No, not really. Doesn't really look that interesting to me. I don't know. I'm just not really looking forward to it. Where's the next one? The next one is, what do you think of the Christopher Nolan film Interstellar? I've only seen it once a long time ago, and I remember liking it, but I don't really remember too much of what happened in it. I know it's arguably regarded as Christopher Nolan's best film. I do remember liking it, but I haven't seen it since I watched it, which was a long time ago. I'd like to give it a second watch again one day, but I remember liking it. The next one is, do you know that the first chapter of Kevin Costner's Horizon, An American Sage, will be released on June 28th with the second chapter on August 16th? Yeah, I've heard of it. It actually does seem interesting. I might check them both out. It's a pretty interesting idea, actually. Although it's an idea that one part of the movie comes out first and then the second part comes out months later. Sounds interesting. But yeah, I might check it out. The next one is, what do you think of actress Julie Haggerty? She was in movies like Airplane, Lost in America, What About Bob, Storytelling, Instant Family, and Marriage Story. She's a pretty good actress. And the last one from That Movie Nerd 44, and also the last question for this video is, what do you think of actress Margaret Collins? She was in movies like Pretty in Pink, 3 Men and a Baby, True Believer, and Independence Day, and shows like Gossip Girl. She's a pretty good actress, I'll say. And yeah, those are all the questions from that Nerd44, and thanks for your questions, dude. Alright, everybody, that's going to be it for this edition of Questions and Answers. Special thanks to everybody for submitting their questions in the comments. And as always, if you have any questions you'd like me to answer in the next Q&A video, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I will gladly answer them. And as always, there will be a new Questions and Answers video every second Friday of every month, so stay tuned for more. But anyways, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, as always, feel free to leave a like, comment below, subscribe, turn on notifications, and share the video with your friends. And yeah, and until next time, this is Keegan Shepard signing off. Thanks for watching, and hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. And yeah, take care, everybody. Peace out. Bye-bye.